Hey, it's Patrick, and let's talk about Arlen Ness foot controls. Now, if you're not familiar with Arlen Ness, he was an absolute legend in the custom bike building world, and over the years, all the expertise from building custom bikes and building custom parts he put into making these product lines, and those product lines are still carried on to this day by his son Corey and his grandsons. It's also interesting to know all of these different styles you're going to see here with the foot controls. Generally, you can get matching parts and intakes and grips and things like that, so you can carry these themes on throughout your bike. Now, as far as what these fit, it's gonna be a big range of models. Anything from all the way back to like shovel head gears up to present day with foot pegs and things like that. There's gonna be a wide range of fitment. Pricing is also gonna vary quite a bit. 65 bucks for foot pegs, all the way up to something like $500 for these floorboards. Now, these floorboards, you can see, they're pretty striking. The one thing you notice right away is the size of them. They're much longer than a stock board, which is great. Gives you more places to put your feet, a little more adjustability when you're on the road. The other thing is, they're all pretty flashy looking, and right away you get colors that you don't normally see with Harley parts. These are anodized. We have the black and the red here, and you also have a gold and a blue color. As we move this way, you're gonna see some shinier stuff. We have our deep cut line here, method, and 10 gauge, and these are just gonna be that chrome and that contrast cut. I really like the contrast cut. It kind of makes those cuts in there pop and seem shinier than they actually are. And with all of these, you can match a passenger board. So if you don't have a bagger and you have a standard Dyna Softail Sportster and you're looking to add custom touches to the foot controls, Ness has you covered. They have a wide range of foot pegs. I kind of picked a selection of what I like, and you can see, again, with the MX line and even some of the other ones like this Knurled Fusion, you see you get the option of adding those colors in there. Also, if you have a road glide or a street glide where you don't have floorboard mounts in the passenger section, you have standard foot peg mounts, you could match that up. So if you're running a red set of MX boards up front, you could run a red set of MX pegs in the back. Tons of options here. You can see the MX stuff. You can see more of the colors. You're starting to see a lot of gold in other products. This is a great way to add little accents with like gold pegs to match. We have Knurled Fusion. These two here, you can get that in just a regular chrome or black. I've used a set of these. Great peg, very, very grippy. But they also have color options. So if you just want to add just a little touch of color, if you have a blue pinstripe or something like that on your bike, that's a good way to kind of accentuate that. Looking at the air tracks here, it's kind of a checkerboard design, but yet still a rubber peg. And then this speed liner, which is a little bit shorter, it's hollow, obviously very light, kind of hints at that by the name. When I first looked at it, I thought it was a little slick looking, it actually grips pretty good. It really reminds me of the pegs you used to put on BMX bikes. In addition to just floorboards and foot pegs, when it comes to the whole foot control area, Ness has some pretty cool kits. And I want to start with what you see across the back here. And this package is to accentuate the rest of those controls there. So you don't have a stock brake arm and stock shifter and linkage down there. You have this nice billet stuff. Now, they don't offer this in the colors, but there are a couple different versions of this available in both chrome and this contrast cut, where you get the brake arm, you get the heel toe shifter, linkage. If you have lowers on your bagger, you can't run these. But if you don't have lowers, you're in the clear, no problem. Next, I want to move on to something that's really cool and innovative. That's a bagger mid-control kit. Now, these are for 09 and up baggers, and instead of having forward controls, it gives you a set of mid-controls. So if you're in the performance bagger market, or if you're building a performance bagger, this is really kind of a must-have. It puts your feet in a much better place, much racier position to control your motorcycle. Now, it's about $1,000 for the kit. They're steel brackets, but CNC aluminum arms and pieces there. It comes with all the linkages. This is a direct bolt on. It bolts up where your boards come out, and it moves the pegs back into a mid-control position. Does not come with pegs. You'll have to add those. And don't worry, just about any exhaust you have, this is gonna clear it. Whether it's stock exhaust or aftermarket, you don't have to worry about it. This will come around. And lastly, but definitely not least, if you're rolling an old school style Softail, and what I mean by that, 2016 and earlier, the original kind of Softail design, have some forward controls, and you're a long-legged person, unlike myself, you can extend those out if you're looking for more room. You get these CNC'd plates here, they move those controls 3 inches out. Gives you an extended brake line and an extended linkage to get those controls out in front of you a little bit farther. Overall, just a huge lineup from Ness in the foot control department. And like I mentioned earlier, most of this stuff will carry a theme through their other parts. So you can get intakes, grips, things like that, that match up either color-wise or the deep cut stuff. You can run that through the theme of the bike to bring it all together, which is really nice. As far as install goes on this stuff, it's all gonna vary just a little bit depending on what you're putting on. If you're putting on a set of foot pegs, super easy. If you're doing a mid-control kit, it's gonna be a little tougher, but pretty much all this stuff you've seen here can be done in your garage with hand tools on your garage floor if necessary. If you have any more questions, go ahead and hit those info tabs on your desktop or mobile device. That's going to take you to the product detail page where you can read other riders' reviews and more specs about all the stuff you've seen here today. Looking for more information? Go ahead and reach out to our customer service team. They would love to talk to you about what works best for you, your motorcycle, budget, and riding style. I am Patrick. Thank you for watching. Go work on those motorcycles.